Hello guys! Hello, it is I, Nova Minokawa, your fallen star, rising to the top of your hearts here with Vampire Therapist once again. Let me think. I don't know if I think maybe I should be on the other side. Let me just move myself here before we get started. If I can grab me. Okay, there we go. Whoa, there we go. And chat will be somewhere. Chat? Okay. There's no real good place to put chat. So, well, whatever. We're just gonna be here. Yeah, let's just get into it. Oh, shoot. Where's my save? Okay. Let's see. It looks like this one, actually. No, this one. Oh no, my drawing music? Okay, 1 second. There we go. I gotta set up, somehow to change that. Where can you guys be? I guess over here. Some over here is good. Alright, let's go.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Oh, Sam's sad. What happened? So last time... Oh, yeah, that's right. Our Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde guy went... Is Hyde the bad one? He went Hyde. And, well, he threatened to kill a bunch of people, so that wasn't cool. That's what we would call in the therapy business not cool, I think. So he's probably sad about that. Oh yeah, and we got really, deep into our inner thoughts, which was weird.
What is wrong, my friend? You don't seem your chipper American self.
Is being American, chipper? What? You're really weird about Americans.
I guess I ain't too happy to be seeing tonight's client. I'm still feeling the tongue lashing she gave me last time.
Okay, no, he's thinking about the future. This is the older woman, right? Well, older looking woman. A little low? Okay, let me put it up a little more. Yeah, I think we're done with new clients.
Ah, yes, the Senora d'Este. She certainly has a way with words.
It ain't that. It's just this sense I get. Like she thinks I can be a certain way just because she tells me to.
Aha. At least that makes her chord distortion clear, doesn't it? You know what it is, of course.
Sure do. Labeling? It's labeling me specifically. I mean, she does have control fallacies. I feel like this is the bigger one.
That lady's got control fallacies out the wazoo, and they've given her centuries of stress.
I do not know this term, wazoo, but you are correct.
Wazoo.
The woman who chooses immortality so that she can ensure her family makes the correct decisions probably has some control issues.
Did we establish that she chose immortality? I don't know if we did, but well, her sire imparted to her these values, but I guess it was never explicitly clear that she chose this, but it makes sense.
And taking out her stress on me.
Oh, hold on, my microphone is all jumbled. All right, there we go, better.
Do not take her criticisms too much to heart, my friend. You are simply a convenient target, an element within her control.
That still don't make it much fun.
I will not deny that Senora d'Este is a confrontational client, but take her presence as a gift, however you can. A woman so powerful in her time has much to teach us.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
You have all the tools you need at your disposal to help her. Consider your approach.
Okay, time to choose some things. Well, definitely labeling for sure. Overgeneralization sounds good. She was feeling pretty bad about herself, so I want to say disqualifying the positive. Should statements. Oh, that's a lot of. Can I not look at my book? No, I can't. Because I don't remember too much of everything. Let's go with this, though.
All right, I think I'm ready.
I want to read the book. I just want to look at overgeneralization again. Control, personalization. Oh, maybe this wasn't supposed to be us. Or this is supposed to be her. Whatever, it's fine. I'm sure the game wouldn't let me choose something I couldn't use, or, you know, it wouldn't be relevant. I hope.
I will leave you to meditate then. Be well, Samuel, and let this 3,000-year-old tell you, you are a fantastic therapist.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, gosh. You're gonna make me blush. Get on out of here, boss. I can handle this.
Boss man.
I know you can.
I think I'm ready. And here she comes. A deep breath.
I mean, your save is 30 seconds ago. If I want to change it, it's fine. It is. Sink or swim, right?
Howdy, Senora. Nice to see you again.
Liar. You are as pleased to see me as I am to see you, therapist.
Oh, she said that like a slur.
We're gonna get straight into it, huh? All right, lay it on me. Why ain't you happy to see me?
Because you are a worm.
I'm a worm. We still got club music going on. Was that always there when we were doing the therapy sessions?
Yeah, I've been called a lot worse. You're gonna need to be more specific than that, Senora.
You are a worm because of the way you wriggled into my mind the last time we spoke, leaving behind loathsome doubts.
Oh, so we are effective, it sounds like.
The only reason I am here is to confront you for your beastly behavior.
She come to square up.
I come to you in crisis, and you suggest that I am the cause of my own woe. Aren't you supposed to help me?
To realize you are your own woe, yes.
Senora, you came in here telling me that Art is dead. How am I supposed to help you with that?
Pick up your paintbrush, damn it.
I don't know. But telling me that my existence has been a complete waste of time is not comforting.
No, that's not what I said. Just like Harry Dubois, I missed what that was in reference to.
I definitely don't remember saying that, Senora. What I said is that you ain't gonna change the world for anyone, but that doesn't mean your work wasn't worth anything.
Very, very true.
That's what I call...
Control fallacy.
That's what I call a control fallacy. Senora, you're one person. One powerful, intelligent, and talented person, but one out of billions.
Positives.
You can't expect to reach everyone. Doesn't matter how good the art you produce is. It ain't gonna help a fellow like me who grew up without ever having heard the name Michelangelo.
Oh, but you just said it perfectly, and surely you've at least heard of the Ninja Turtle, right? To how he got inside her head and made her doubt herself. Special ability.
Michelangelo? Who is Michelangelo?
Oh. Well, he's the Ninja Turtle.
The guy what painted the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo.
Michelangelo did no such thing. Perhaps you are thinking of a man from New Jersey, or a turtle. It is Michelangelo.
Okay. I mean, in truth, I was thinking of a turtle, so she's not wrong.
Senora, you want to talk about wasting time? What's using me as a punching bag doing for you?
Very well. I will speak plainly. I am angry with you, Mr. Wolves.
She said, Mr. It's serious.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of
red.
time, effort, and pain. But to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
I want to say overgeneralization. Oh wait, I chose overgeneralization, not personalization. I'm stupid. Okay. Or did it change? I don't remember actually. Hey, no, open up book. Always be the same. Represent a pattern. disqualifying the positive? Oh,
Listen
no.
carefully, Samuel. It is not only truth that harms the Senora, but also the way she perceives truth.
Yes, perhaps not all I...
Nah, fuck.
Yes, perhaps not all I did...
Oh,
Listen
fuck.
carefully, Samuel.
Oh, fuck.
It is not only truth that harms the Senora, but also
Oh,
the
I
way...
can't skip.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain. But to think that much of it was... This is most horrifying.
Is it any of these then? Labeling should statements. I don't.
Maybe it'd help if we looked at that wording you used. A
Oh.
waste of time, effort, and pain.
Okay, I guess, I was thinking as labeling as kind of like what you call yourself, but calling her work, that stuff. Yeah, I guess that tracks. Okay. I'm not qualified to be a therapist, clearly.
Even if you didn't achieve your goals in them efforts, you can't just say they were a waste of time.
Fourth time's the charm. Shut up.
Now, if you were sitting in bed for 400 years watching bad TV, then I might agree with you.
A disgusting notion. I am already dead. I do not need my mind to actively decompose by watching Batflix's latest trash.
Batflix. Silly. So is this, I probably said this earlier, but like, is this a separate service from Netflix? Like, does Netflix exist in this world, but this is only for vampires? Or is it like, this is an alternate universe where vampires are just like, I don't know, they're just really inside the naming scheming all the time?
So maybe let's reserve waste of time for trash, huh?
Yes.
I can see why it'd be upsetting to see something you put a lot of effort into not work out.
It is more than upsetting. It is devastating. I did not just fail to bring the understanding of true beauty into the world, I failed to bring it to my own familia.
Oh, I didn't know that's how it was spelled in, I'm guessing, Italian.
I watched them die, Mr. Walls. It was not the physical death that caused me the greatest pain, but the spiritual death. They had no care for the Gonzaga name nor the Deste name. Despite my sacrifice and all my efforts, they pissed away my legacy.
It's a streaming service for Batman shows only. Well, there are a lot of them.
Oh boy, sounds like there's a lot to unpack here.
It is a dark and
Family
painful
stuff now.
story, Mr. Walls. A story where my greatest joy turns to ash, and I was powerless to stop it.
Backstory.
When last we met, did I tell you about my son,
No.
No, I don't think so.
Federico? Ah, my dear Federico, my little clown, my delicate artist, my beautiful boy.
Her beautiful boy.
I suffered for him, Mr. Walls. I put up with my husband, Frankie, and all his brutishness, all his licentiousness. All for Federico.
I don't know what that word means. I'm gonna look it up. Licentiousness. It means the property of being licentious. Great. Dissolute indulges in sensual pleasure. Lewd and lascivious, whatever. Lewd. Okay, I understand that word.
I raised him to be intelligent and clever, to understand the gentle arts and philosophy. I raised him to be a Deste. But for all my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood. And it persisted for a century, to the ruin of our house.
Does that mean, like, did he become a vampire, or did it, like, just, I don't know, carry on for generation and generation? Let me see. I mean, that seems like a control fallacy still.
I hate to break it to you, senor, but every kid's got two parents, whether they know them or not. And kids have got minds of their own.
I hate to break it to you. I feel like I'd get pissed off if I heard this part in a therapy session. Rodio's things. Hey, I just popped in. What's going on with this pretty Italian vampire lady? Hi, thanks for popping in. She's depressed. She is depressed because she wants to bring the art to everyone in the world, and she's lived for such a long time, and art has changed and she hasn't, and everything that she sees nowadays is trash and not how she thinks art should be. Humanity is dead because they are not involved in the true arts, so to speak. And we're telling her, listen, you can't, art is subjective, first of all, and you can't bring it to everybody because you are just one person.
I refuse to believe that we are trapped by our blood. What was my destiny as a girl?
Oh, God, this part right here I can really relate to.
Men of my time said it was to be servile and docile, a political pawn.
And you know what? I'm glad you're saying that she's pretty, because she's also calling herself bad names. She thinks she's just like old and fat negatively. Like she doesn't like that about herself. Not to say that those are bad qualities in and of themselves, but she doesn't like that about herself. But she's beautiful, I think. I was complimenting on the way she looked earlier in a previous stream.
What saved me from that fate? Knowledge, study, an appreciation of art, music, history, and literature. In the same way, I should have been able to save my son.
Should the statement, woo, 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 woo.
Why do you think you should have been able to save your son?
And what happened to him?
I was his mother. If I did not save him, who could?
No.
I'm not saying someone else could. I'm saying that responsibility to save your son, that you should save him, doesn't line up with the truth.
Go on. I'm curious what you mean by that. Right, as I asked that question, I got pulled away. Oh. To summarize, again, this woman is depressed because she wants to bring arts to people all over the world, but art has changed, she has not, and she holds a lot of baggage, like because she wants to save the world, and it seems like through her perception of what that should be, and she kind of hates herself.
It ain't some kind of destiny for one person to save another.
Clearly, it was not my destiny to save my son.
No.
But my failure did not end with my darling Federico. I was only 153 when the once great Gonzaga house surrendered all its honor to the hated Spanish.
Oh, she's got some big history.
I stood by, useless as a statue, as the Gonzaga name burned in the war of the Mantuan succession.
I guess I'm going to be asking all of these. Yeah, stopping a war?
So wait, there's a whole ass war going on and you're supposed to stop it? How's that work?
Yeah, you're not, Dracula. I wonder if he exists in this world.
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
Hello? Oh, sorry. What was the point? Let's see. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead? Is it... come here. I want to look over again. Should I look at disqualifying the positive? Or is it a control fallacy? Yeah, she really gets some history. Maybe disqualifying the positive. Damn it!
Senora has put a lot of pressure on herself and dire consequences for failure. Would you not say, Sammy?
Fine.
I gave up my
control fallacy.
Being a vampire gives us a lot of powers, but it doesn't give us the power to control a single human being, let alone a whole dynasty of them.
I guess not in this world, but there's plenty of vampire, like, powers in, you know, just literature and history that, well, you know, history, but, like, mind control, that's a thing that vampires sometimes have. I guess not in here.
When
Thralls?
ever listen to
Thralls,
our
you know?
I ain't no historian, but I know enough to know people are liable to making the same mistakes over and over again.
Yes.
Humans have got that whole pesky free will thing that makes them do dumb things.
You guys do too, though. And a lot of fiction vampires can control people individually, but this seems like a neat take on how they work. Yeah. It seems like most of what traditional vampires are about applies to this world, but not everything, it seems. And you kind of find out about it as you talk to clients. So, yeah.
Perhaps you are correct. Stupidity is inevitable.
I mean, yeah.
I understand what you are trying to do, Mr. Walls.
What am I doing?
What am I trying to do, Senora?
You are trying to tell me that I've been living a lie for more than 400 years.
No! No! Stop putting words in my mouth.
I ain't doing anything like that, Senora.
Do not fret, peasant. We are in agreement. I have been living a lie.
Hi, Masha. We've been living a lie.
As I told you last time, I know my own foolishness. But time has not made my mortal concerns fade. In my mind, I know that virtue, love, chastity, wisdom, honor, these kinds of words were created by men to make us supplicant.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need a dictionary for all the things she says. Supplicant. Let me look that up. One who supplicates. I hate that the first definition in a dictionary is always just repeating the words. Terrible. One who comes to humbly ask or petition, someone who prays to God. Okay.
But, fool that I am, I still love the idea of virtue. I have loved it ever since I was a child.
Fool? Perhaps that is labeling.
It ain't foolish to have ideals, Senora. Wanting to better ourselves is maybe the thing that makes us human.
If you throw away enough morals and study enough psychology, you could control people in a way, though obviously that's bad. Yeah. That's kind of the premise of a webcomic called How to Be a Mind Reaver. Ooh, I'll look that up after stream. Just gonna put that in my search history. I'm guessing by supplicant she means more like a submissive in a way. Yeah, that makes sense.
Perhaps. But whose better do we strive toward? That I follow the better of old perverts is what makes me foolish.
So it's kind of like a dual thing with her, right? She likes the ideals, but the ideals that were instilled to her were by people who didn't really follow these morals, right? They were men who did bad things to her, were not moral, and yet they instilled this philosophy in her. So she has like this love-hate relationship with it, and it's sort of, she tries to make it the best way, like she tries to do it the true way in her mind, the quote-unquote true way, but she's also failing at it, and so it's like, it's tough.
Senora, people have been following the ideals of old perverts for thousands of years. Why are you a fool?
Yeah. Perhaps even, I don't know, founding paternal figures of sorts?
Do not mistake, Mr. Walls. We are all fools.
We're all fools. She likes the ideals of it, but at the same time, she hates where they come from. Yeah, and not to mention, she hates where they come from, and not to mention, they're also sort of like impossible to be virtuous all the time, 100%. And a lot of, and you can't instill that in everybody, right? Like he was saying to her, she's only one person, and you try to affect as many people as you can positively, but to do that task, to do it for the whole world by yourself, is not something an individual can do.
Oh, well, that's better then.
Mind your tone. I will tolerate a fool, but not an impertinent one.
Only I can insult me. This is so interesting to watch after studying ethics. Yeah, I bet it is. I think this is a great game for anybody to play who's interested in philosophies and ethics. I haven't taken an ethics class in a decade at this point, but it's always interesting to talk about.
As I was saying, my folly was to fall in love with these ideals as a child. I used to love all the tales of Roman mythology. I saw myself in all the goddesses.
Well, that's your first problem. Also, yeah.
I saw my strength and chastity in Diana. In Minerva, my wisdom. In Venus, I saw my timeless beauty and romantic nature.
Look at her smile. Oh, it's funny because I think it was either in a dialogue option or in her biography, but she claims that she was the inspiration / model for the Mona Lisa. When she smiles, she looks so sweet smiling. She does.
Romantic nature.
Romantic nature. What a wretched ferret I hear. Do not look at me so. Yes, I was a romantic. Until reality came crashing down upon me.
Romantic nature. Meow, meow, meow. That's what you sound like. That's what you sound like, Mr. Wells? I forget his name.
Look at this painting I had commissioned.
She brought a painting?
What am I looking at? I don't know much about art.
Also, I wonder what era she's from. Her clothes look amazing. It tells you, actually, in her biography. I'll take a look at it to give you an accurate time. Oop, there it is. She's 550 years old, and she was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance. She was around this time right here. And I guess she mentioned a lot, a war. I guess she was 150 then, but that was her young vampire years. Oh, how do I get out of this? There we go.
The figures standing upon the arch are Venus and Mars. Mars is portrayed by my idiot husband, Frankie. Beside him, I stand as Venus.
That's so funny. This royalty-free painting at this point. It's like, that's me! And that's my idiot husband.
I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking.
You may appreciate my beauty, peasant, but do not let your eyes linger upon my once supple body overlong. This is art, not pornography.
Yeah, because if it was, I'd have to cover it. Twitch would chop my head off.
But look closer and you will see that even this art is a lie. This is the dream of a foolish girl. To be enjoined in pure romantic love with a handsome warrior. I believed so hard, Mr. Walls, that I thought I could make it true.
Oh no, she's like the equivalent of a young girl believing all the romantic movies or something like that. Just because she had dreams and past wants does not make her or those past dreams foolish. Yeah, I agree. She doesn't see it though. She doesn't see it. We're gonna help her see it.
But this handsome man is not Frankie.
Frankie.
This is Frankie.
Whoa!
He is not Mars, but Vulcan.
My husband. He is this guy, not that guy. That's so funny.
Well, he's got some abs. I'll give him that.
Focus, Sam! Focus! She's not a bad person for wanting to have sweet things. Yes. I mean, she's got disillusioned hard, though. It's sad.
Yes, I did not shy from truth. But see how love's aim goes amiss and strikes his gangrenous penis rather than his heart.
Oh no.
See the grapes behind him, for the drunkard is never far from his true love.
Oh, there's the grapes.
See how he flails helplessly, as if begging a true warrior to put a sword in his belly.
Uh-huh, I can see that. Well...
I'm sensing we've got some work to do around your husband.
Yes, a lot of family baggage. Me too, girl.
Whatever gave you that impression? The man was created solely to crush my view of the world and my place in it. Naturally, I might have some issues around him.
Okay. Wait. Oh, I can't choose any of these. Damn, she hates... Yeah. She hates him. I cannot choose one of these?
I now believe that Frankie was the truest man I ever met. That is what broke my
That
heart.
has to be overgeneralization.
I maintained the illusion that he was my Mars because that is what I needed. I was not ready to face the truth.
I think it's overgeneralization because she had this one extremely bad experience with a man, and now she thinks all men are like this. I think that's what... I hope that's right.
But I knew. Even as a 15-year-old girl, I knew. But I could not accept that I was married to the legendary penetrator of Mantua.
I can't click on any of these, though. Perhaps I didn't... Because earlier in the game, I don't know if you were here for that, but I had to pick a couple of fallacies, so not all of them are here.
Is it any wonder that I prefer the lie of virtù? Is it any wonder that I still prefer to believe it? The problem is men. You are all weak animals who would give up your dignity for an evening in the company of Lucrezia Borgia.
Yeah, okay. I'm fairly certain this is overgeneralization. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah, girl, you're mad at the patriarchy, not men. Or, like, men as a whole, that is. Certainly very particular men, but not... Hashtag not all men. But you know what I mean,
Hold your horses there, senor. I don't even know who the heck Lucretia Borgia is.
Did you hear that? This is my horsepower. I have this special personal power called... I don't think it's called anything, but I've been calling it my horsepower. It's like, whoa, girl, whoa. Now you can pick. Yes, there we go. Also, that one guy, you mean your husband? Or the... Oh, wait, do you mean my previous client? The Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? Because, yeah, that was something.
She is the inventor of twerking.
What?
All men flock to her, as I'm sure you would.
Wait, really? The inventor of twerking? She knows? Was the horse noise a signifier of a right choice, or it was the right choice? The blood splatter is the right choice, but the horse noise was like me specific, or Sam here's specific power of like saying, "Whoa, hold on, calm down there. You're okay. You're all right. Like it's fine." To be honest, I don't really know exactly how they're explaining the horsepower, exactly what it is, but it's supposed to have like a soothing effect, I'm assuming.
They say she was blonde, but she looked like a redhead to me. You know what they say about redheads. Kissed by Lucifer.
Girl, no.
Dang, senora. Your overgeneralizations are building up and making you see whole groups of folks as awful.
Oh my god. Damn, man. Wow. Okay, we're trying to help her. We're gonna make her a better person. It's all right. It's gonna be all right.
Now, I know you got your reasons for feeling the way that you do, real personal ones, but recognize where your experience is making you narrow your thinking. I mean, senora, I'll be straight with you, as you're a tough lady. Here's where I think it's coming from.
I wonder what the right answer is for this.
You're comparing people to gods, including yourself, and everyone's failing that test.
I'll just be over here getting kisses by Satan.
Frankie weren't never gonna be Mars. You weren't never gonna be Venus. You weren't born out of no shell.
And you will never be anything but a peasant.
Heck, senora, I'll be as surprised as anyone if I get invited to a high society dinner.
You can do it, I believe.
I can tell I'm hitting a sore spot, but maybe that means that's what we've got to focus on.
Oh, she's silent.
I do not like you, Sam Walls. But you are correct. I betray my own purity of spirit with my anger.
I don't like you. She hates me!
But I say, why should we not aim to be like the gods? Humanity is not worth preserving when we are such petty creatures.
Is this labeling? Because she's saying humanity, thus humans, we are petty creatures. I think labeling. Fuck!
Laura has a rather dim view of humanity in all its imperfection.
Okay, so overgeneralization. She's like now overgeneralizing humanity.
But I say, why should we not?
This has a dim view
God.
of humanity in all its imperfection.
It could be discalling the positive. You're right. I see. That's my problem with these. I feel like they could be. Each part of it can be interpreted differently. I'll try disqualifying the positive.
But I say,
there you go.
Senora. Humanity ain't worth preserving? I say you're wrong. Damn wrong. Look at yourself.
Look at that groupthink right here. Great job. Great job. Have you even studied mythology, ma'am? Those gods aren't anything to aspire to. Yeah. So some of the like Roman and Greek gods, they're definitely, they've got duality. Why do I like her even if she's being rude as hell currently? Well, she has good parts to her, like any person. She has good parts to her, and she's just been disillusioned by her very, very long life. But you know what? I think we can bring her up to the 21st century because, the fact that she's even trying to get therapy is a big step, I think. I was right, let's go, yes. Good job, good job.
Look at what you've created. Ain't no goddess has ever done what you've done. You brought some of the finest art ever produced into existence.
There you go. Here's some positivity for you.
You ran your own city, which is something I'm pretty sure Venus never did.
You don't know anything about Venus, but neither do I, so.
I suppose that is true. Our mortal concerns seem so pedestrian, though.
Senora, humanity is all we got. Even if we're immortal, every word we're speaking is a result of our humanity. Yeah, we make a lot of mistakes, and some of us sound like peasants. But all that messiness is worth something. It makes us who we are. Senora, I don't think you're a goddess. I think you're way more interesting and impressive, because you're real.
Well,
there you go. Now you like him a little bit, right?
you have great wisdom for a peasant, Sam. And your kerchief is a fetching shade of red that matches your eyes.
Wait. No, don't come on to me. I'll just take it as a nice compliment. Yeah, she's smiling at. Yeah, I mean, how can you be mad at her when she has this smile?
Well,
oh, he smiled.
Let's focus on you, though. What happens if you're not that perfect goddess?
I suppose I have always felt that if I could not live to my ideals, I would be left with nothing. I would be discarded like Frankie's mistresses and die of some sex disease.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mr. Walls, I know you speak the truth. I wielded great strength in an age where women were not respected.
So the previous thing, it was glowing red, which means I could have picked a fallacy, but I think it was not on the board, perhaps. And that's why I didn't pick anything.
But I alone feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it.
I mean, that also feels like a control fallacy.
But I was the
there we go.
only person capable of preserving my family, Sam. That is what makes my failure so poignant.
Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, it sounds like I'm so curious about like her backstory. Why was she chosen? How did she choose it? You know, clearly she had a family. She didn't turn anybody.
Senora, what if you weren't the only person capable of preserving your family? What if no one person was?
She's got such a nice yet stern vibe about her. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I never considered such a thing.
She puts so much responsibility on her. Like, her husband was terrible, it sounds like, and she was trying to make the best out of everything, but because she got this power.
Well, try to consider it now. What if you accepted that whatever was going to happen to your family was going to happen?
I mean, that's kind of sounds like it was fate, which I'm not a super big fan of, but if we view it in the scheme of, like, some things are just out of your control, like the war, for example, there's very little one person can do to try to stop a war from happening.
You sound like a Calvinist.
Okay, so I've heard of Calvinism before, but I don't know anything about it. I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Calvinist. He probably doesn't know either, so that might be explained at the next thing. Reformed Christianity. Okay, that's all I really need to know about it, honestly.
Never mind with the labeling for now. How would you feel if you knew nobody can control what happened to the Gonzaga house?
Yeah, the fate thing.
I think I would feel relieved.
Oh, guys, did you hear her voice in the first I think? Wow, that was I really felt that. She felt like she was almost gonna cry right here. Like, this really never occurred to her. Great job on the voice actors. All the voice acting in this game is really great.
Senora, whatever happened to your family, fault never belonged to you. You were the one who named yourself responsible. No one else did. Look at who you are. And I think you can be damned impressed at who that lady is.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Yes! Thank you, Sam. Poor Senora.
Damn you.
Got her. Oh, I'm also crying. Yeah, aw. Oh. Oh, there you go. Whoa, girl, whoa. Why is this advice genuinely so damn good? I know, God. It got me. Oh, got you too? Good. I'm not the only one, like, sniffing here.
Too late, Senora.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Look, let's wrap up tonight, huh? I think you did great. You probably got some stuff to think about.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I will see you in a month.
Of course, Senora. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh. Claps for Sam. I think he did so well. Good job, Sam.
Goodbye, Sam.
Goodbye. Be well.
Samuel, it appears you have an admirer.
My mentor thinks I did a good job.
Oh, shucks.
I think Isabella d'Este has liked fewer than 5 people in her hundreds of years of existence, and you are one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Yay!
Remember, though, that romantic entanglements between a therapist and client are absolutely forbidden, in case you are tempted.
No, I'm not. She's a very beautiful, pretty lady, but she is a lot of work. And also, I mean, Sam kind of has red hair here, right? He's like a redhead-ish. I don't know if she'd like that. Also, so funny that she says, like, redheads are kissed by the devil when, like, you're a vampire, ma'am? Hello? The more I watch people play this game, the more it makes me want therapy. And also, God, Andrew, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Andromachus is pretty. I know, look at this. He's so cat-like. Look at his, like, the way his eyes squint up, and I love how they put these eyebrow wrinkles right here to really emphasize the pulling up of the eyebrows. It's really good. I will always recommend therapy. Guys, I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Sometimes I think I should. I can just play this game though, right? Oh, I'll think about that later.
Come on now, Andy. I ain't gonna do anything like that.
Listen, Andy, I'm professional.
Of course, should the mind wander into fantasy, that is entirely acceptable.
I mean, it's probably better if you're not doing that, if you're fantasizing about your clients, but like, you know, the harmless fantasy here and there, that's, you know, that's fine. I understand that. I'm trying to get counseling soon. Hopefully it goes well. I hope that goes well. Yeah, I do hope that goes well for you. I know, like, not that I've ever experienced it, but from what I've heard, sometimes, like, that can be, just getting to the place where you have someone, it can be complicated, it can be anxiety inducing, but you know, in the long run, once you find that right person, I'm sure that would go very well. You can certainly use the terms from the game to help yourself, but don't use it to substitute. No, yeah, I know, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about my mental health, guys.
Oh, you're just messing with me now.
I could not help it. It's rather cute. The First Lady of the Renaissance and humble cowboy Samuel Walls. Quite a picture, isn't it?
Are you shipping us? Are you shipping us, Andy? Oh my god.
Okay, that's it. I'm getting a drink.
Alright. Yeah, let's get a drink.
I'm sorry, Samuel. Please, drink. Ask Crimson for the Royal Virgin. It's my very best. I think you deserve it.
The Royal Virgin. In this game, they're actual people. The last time he said get a scotch, and it was a Scottish man. Oh no.
You have a good night, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
Rest in peace. Hello? Okay, there we go.
And I thought I had family problems.
He also had a wife and kid. I want to know more about that.
I need me a Crimson Special after that one.
Crimson Special.
Howdy, Crimson. Think you could fashion me up one of them blood cocktails?
What's her cowboy reference tonight?
I reckon so. Got a lot on your mind tonight, cowboy.
Okay, she's just calling me cowboy.
Yeah, just thinking about family stuff. I got this client who's got some real tough family issues to go through, and it got me thinking about my own, or my lack of family.
Oh yes, my wishes are being answered. It's so sweet that he says rest in peace, because, yeah, I like it a lot. When he says it, with his voice, it sounds like the sweetest thing.
You got any family left?
I've got a great granddaughter kicking around apparently, but she's got no connection to this old cowpoke.
Oh, interesting.
Not sure what she'd say if a man dressed like a cowboy introduced himself as her vampire relative from the 1800s.
I think that'd be cool. I would want to know.
I see your point. Sounds like you don't have many family problems then.
I reckon so. Family means a lot to my client, though. I hope my perspective's still useful.
How do you think she's handling her therapy so far?
She did well. She made a little bit of a breakthrough today.
I think she's doing pretty well, honestly. She spent a long time judging herself by her family's achievements, but I think she's starting to recognize the fruitlessness in that.
It's literal rest in peace as in sleep well, but also they're dead. I know. It's a great, like, double meaning there.
Seems like you don't need her family to be able to give her some hope.
Oh, thank you, Crimson.
I suppose not. Rich family problems were never going to be my specialty anyway. You got family back home, Crimson?
Yeah, I've got some family. We don't talk too much. I went a little wild after I got my diagnosis.
So to recap, she has some rare blood cancer, and she's been drinking Andromachus's blood to keep herself alive, but she doesn't want to turn. Why is everybody so attractive in this game? I know, right? Is there one person that let's look at the... He's not my type, but he's funny and I like it. Oh my god, Medby? Actually, I forget how we say her name. I apologize. Medi, I think it was. She was very cute. I liked her a lot.
They're not too fond of my lifestyle choices, but hey, at least I'm alive. And I get to hear them gossiping about how I don't age.
Well, you chose a good age to stop getting older. I often wish I weren't such a dusty old corpse, but death comes when it comes.
I don't think he looks that old, to be honest. I don't think he looks pretty good, in my opinion.
Sometimes he's still waiting for me to give him an opening.
Death always is. Pardon me for asking, but is there a reason you're choosing not to be a vampire?
I know I'd be sad because food tastes so good. I'd be so sad not having tacos anymore, which I'm gonna get tomorrow. I'm gonna get Taco Bell tomorrow.
There is, but I'm not talking about it tonight. A little mystery makes life a bit spicier, don't you think, cowboy?
Oh, I wasn't trying to pry or nothing.
Bullshit. I know you're curious. Here, consolation prize.
Bullshit. That's a nice glass. I like that. I wonder if they'd be able to eat food made with blood in it. Yeah, I wonder, because, like, we've only been served drinks because this is, you know, a bar and stuff, but there was a drink we had earlier that was mixed with tea or something like that, I believe. So it probably like the quantity, like the ratio of it might have to be a particular way. At least that's what I'm guessing. I mean, we don't have that much information, but it's really cool. I like all the drinks they've been showing.
But what is it?
Black Widow. Black stuff's just food coloring. Figured you were in the mood for a scary lady tonight.
Okay, so food coloring. Food coloring's okay.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Think I'll take this to my coffin for a quiet night.
You do that, honey. And don't spill in Andy's coffin. He'll act like he's not mad, but you know he's mad.
Why should I be upset? What has happened has happened.
Not bad, cowboy. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'm going. See you later, Crimson.
Aw, I like their friendship.
There we are. Gotta get me one of these fancy coffins for back home.
This coffin looks so spacious. Look, it can fit all these decorative pillows and drinks. It's got a TV. Pimp out my coffin. Jeez.
Now,
It's
let's
Gucci.
See, what am I in the mood for? I think I'm either gonna find a passage from Little Women that suits me, or I'm gonna watch Shemp get smacked in the head with a hot iron. Or I'm going to bed.
I don't know about all these choices. Like, I guess this is just a skip. I think we can see like a little clip of it on the TV, but I've been just choosing all the more what's the word I'm looking for? The more refined options, I suppose you can say. What's Shemp a reference to? I think it's the Three Stooges, right? I don't know that.
I can always turn
Don't
to the
quote me.
outcasts
Just
in my times of doubt. Somehow they got above it all and started exploring humanity. Now, where was that line? All right, here in Chapter 8. I am angry nearly every day of my life, Joe, but I have learned not to show it, and I still hope to learn not to feel it, though it may take me another 40 years to do so. Yeah, that sounds like the Senora. Hope she doesn't have to wait too much longer, and that I'm not making it worse. Well, that's enough fun for one day.
I like all the connections he chooses to read in response to his clients, sort of thinking about them. Last time it was a poem, which I thought was really nice.
Good night, son. See you in hell.
Fuck you, son.
Samuel, greetings. I believe you are seeing our actor friend tonight, are you not?
Okay, this guy is a lot, and he was quite literally gaslighting us last time with, fire. So I'll be interested in how this night goes. I had to use my horsepower on him a lot that day.
Yeah, I guess so. I still ain't sure I'm the right therapist for that fella.
There may not be a right therapist for him, but let us think positively. He has put himself in your care, and that is a tremendous step.
Yeah, he was... The background got really big, like this fire got really big. The candles got a little brighter. I didn't really notice it at first. The fire here was more obvious, but then we're like, what's going on? And Andromachus was like, listen, he's a gaslighter. That's his superpower. So we had to use our power of horse against him. This all sounds shitty, crazy, batshit crazy, literally batshit crazy. Out of context. No, even in context.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking it's gonna be an uphill battle, though.
At least his core distortion is clear, don't you think? You know what it is, I am sure.
Yes, it's not disqualifying the positive. Emotional reasoning. I didn't know that was one of my things. I don't remember that. Can I go all the way to emotional? Oh, emotional reasoning. So when we act like our feelings represent reality, but no matter how unhappy we are, feelings alone don't define the world. World can feel like garbage when I feel like garbage. Maybe. And then personalization, let's go read it again just in case. We assume things happen because of us. Okay, I think this is it, because he thinks he basically invented theater or whatever, you know, he is the best actor in the world, and theater wouldn't happen without him. So I think that's it. I hope.
It's personalization, right?
Of course, a distortion common to many with narcissistic tendencies.
Yep, it's the Edmund Keane show, all day, every day.
I recognize your disdain, but pause a moment. It must be difficult for Edmund to make everything all about him all the time, don't you think?
I haven't thought about that, but I can see the reasoning about that. Like, I guess like his mind is full of him, that you know, he's tired of the disappointment. I suppose I can see it that way.
He doesn't have to make everything about him, though.
He doesn't know that. Keep digging, Samuel. You will find his truth.
Informative as hell.
Choose your distortions well.
Okay. I picked my last distortions pretty quickly. I think he's definitely disqualifying the positive. Not about himself, but about other people, perhaps. Labeling, he labels other people and himself pretty frequently. Ugh. These get harder because I feel like I can see a lot of things. I think I'm gonna choose Nosferatu thinking, which is basically like everything's black and white, extremes, and he's very extreme. And I kind of want to put control fallacy there, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm sure there's a should statement in there somewhere as well. What do you guys think? Should statement or control fallacy? Overgeneralization, you think? Let me just read that one more time. Oh shoot, I can't. Overgeneralization, so like his experiences define all things going forward. I can see that also. Okay, well, why don't we put that in there?
I think I'm all holstered up now.
Oops, too late. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these could work, so I'm sure there's no really wrong answers anyway, and I feel like these first four are also pretty good.
Very good, Samuel. I wish you patience and compassion. Good luck.
See you later, Andy. All right, now what did Andy teach me? Breathe. I think I'm ready. Right on time. I think I hear him coming. Hey, Edmund, good to see you. How you been feeling these past few weeks?
Empty, my dear boy. Empty. I am but a vessel made for a single purpose. But alas, and alack, that purpose is in supply most rare.
He can't get any roles because people don't like his method of acting because it's very old and he doesn't change, and then he eats them. So that's his deal.
You mean acting, right?
Aye, that's the rub. Acting, my dear boy. Acting. My thespian blood goes rancid with stagnation, and the only cure seems to me irreprehensible now. I do not wish to face these mortal directors, for they dare to tell me my art.
I immediately don't know how to feel about him. He's a lot, and I mean, like, literally, like I said, he was gaslighting us. But look at his cool eyes, I guess, you know?
Ain't that what directors are supposed to do?
Oh, my dear boy. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. No director can thrust greatness upon the already great. In mine own case, mine greatness hath already been achieved.
Okay. So. Okay, so is this disqualifying the positive because he's saying the directors don't know what they're doing? Is this Nosferatu thinking because that's extremely extreme? Those are the two I'm thinking about right now. My brother in Christ, maybe critique is good when you're applying for the job to be critiqued. Yes. And I think it's Nosferatu thinking. All right, let me see.
Nobody's saying you.
Woo, you're good at this.
You're talking in extremes. If every actor's awful or perfect, what the heck's a director supposed to do?
Yes.
A most unenviable position, to be sure. I have directed, and did find it most odious. Indeed, a great actor can make the less talented seem even smaller.
Smaller.
But you get it. All the director's doing is making sure everyone's doing what they're best at, right? That ain't saying you ain't great.
I suppose. But it is most frustrating when I know best.
Well, maybe you can help me understand a little better. You said that greatness was thrust upon you, right? How did that happen?
Yes, what happened?
Ah, you are curious to hear what circumstances created this actor non pare. I cannot blame you.
I wish I had the confidence of this vampire, like a fraction of it. I would love that.
Well, recounting such a history will please me indeed. I first rattled the foundations of the stage as a mere babe. Indeed, too young for memory, and yet old enough to command attention.
Wow, so he was just born with it. It wasn't Maybelline at all. He just came out of the womb acting very good. I know he's in here to get better, but God, his face seems punchable. I mean, look, his eyes are already, like, blackened. I'm sure someone's tried. Someone's tried for sure.
Clad only in swaddling cloth at the age of 4, I was Cupid myself. But my arrows seemingly went astray, for the entirety of the audience fell in love with me.
'Cause you were a baby. 'Cause you were a baby.
It is the stuff of legend. For tender as my mind was, I could not bear witness to my own greatness. But it does prove that I was indeed born great.
Child actors, am I right?
But you said greatness was thrust upon you.
It was a matter of necessity. You may not guess it from my gentle speech, but I am no lording. Selfishly, and surely to spite me, my father shuffled off his mortal coil when I was but a babe in arms, ere I ever graced the stage. It left my mother and myself in dire straits.
So he blames his father for dying and being poor is what I'm hearing. And I'm just taking a wild guess, like acting helped the family perhaps? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I feel like it could be overgeneralization. And if not that, then my second guess is personalization.
It is an
Okay,
impressive
not this.
distortion to believe that someone has died to inconvenience you. I am actually impressed.
I'm impressed. Okay, let's...
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay, cool.
You said your old
Personalization,
man
that was
died
right.
selfishly. Well, what do you mean?
Selfishly.
Well, what kind of a father drinks himself to death when he has a beautiful baby son at home?
Beautiful baby son. Okay, I can kind of see. Yeah, you blame he blames his father for making bad choices and leaving them in a worse state. Okay,
I at least
understand.
waited until my son was older before I did the same.
Wow, everybody has children, like families and stuff. None of this young teenager stuff. It's very interesting. I waited until my son was older before I decided. So he actually decided to die, it seemed. You know, like, not every client that comes through had the choice of becoming a vampire, but it seems like he did. And he was just like, I don't know, that seems more selfish to me.
Eddie, come on. Listen to yourself. I'm sure you didn't die to spite your son, just as your pa didn't die to spite you. I ain't gonna deny his choices hurt you, but they weren't all about you.
Forgive me then. 'Tis ever the fate of an actor to feel every emotion more keenly. The situation my mother and I were left in was most precarious. We were the lowest of the low, you see. We lived in the rookeries and begged for our bread.
Begged for our bread. Did he perform on the streets too?
But he that hath wit must make content with his fortune's fit. And oh, did we beg. She was my Queen Gertrude, and I her filthy little Hamlet. Did I mention I played Hamlet at age 14?
I feel like that's not a good one to play with your mother.
No, I hadn't heard that.
Well, anyway, my mother was a competent actress, but it was my wit alone that saved us from destitution.
I'm gonna say disqualifying the positive. I'm sure his mother did more for him than 14-year-old Hamlet, but we'll see.
It sounds like your mother did a lot for you.
Yes.
I'm sure the people loved you, but could you have done it alone?
I suppose my dramaturgical purpose would have been lost without a scene partner, but it was I whom the throngs came to see.
The throngs.
I ain't saying that ain't the case, but you might be disqualifying your mother's contribution to your greatness, right?
Thank you, mothers.
I don't see how that is relevant, but I suppose so. Let me continue unabated, sir. Forsooth,
Don't interrupt
so
me.
prodigious that at the age of 7, I garnered the attention of one Reginald Flopbot of the Worthington Flopbots.
That can't be a real name, right? Well, he's English, so I guess it can be.
'Twas he who paid to get me off the streets and into the dormitories. He said, "Edmund, my cherub, the streets are not for you. One day you will be the greatest of actors."
Well, that's very nice.
Hey, how about that? You went and proved him right.
Piffle. Master Flopbot never gave a fig about my potential. I was a prop to him, a symbol of his generosity and high breeding.
Did he... It sounded like the voice said property, not a prop. Did I hear that wrong? If he got attention from the streets at 7, why was he still performing on the streets at 14? You bring up a wonderful point.
Every month, he would stage an elaborate party with all the well-to-do society of London. The dandy fop would stand upon a dais and announce himself as the savior of the city's poor.
You're making guac? Oh, that sounds good. You make the best looking food. I want some.
That was my cue. I would be lowered down from the rooftop, wearing naught but swaddling clothes and a set of opulent wings.
Whoa, did he do... Huh.
The gentry's delight was my dungeon, but I would flit among them, reprising my breakout role as Cupid by shooting little arrows of love at them.
I'm actually, I'm concerned now about this guy. He's like, let me get this 14-year-old boy to play Cupid and wear Cupid's clothes and what that entails, and just fly around the rafters, huh? Oh my god, do you have repressed memories here?
At the age of 7, it was most disquieting.
Wait. So we're going back. So he was 7, but he was 14 playing Hamlet on the street? I'm confused here.
At 11, on the cusp of manhood, the shame was too much to bear.
Okay, so he was younger when he got invited to that guy's thing. And then he did a separate play of Hamlet, I suppose, at 14.
Dang, Eddie, that sounds awful. That flopbot fella had no right to do that to you.
Ahoy, me hearties. Hi, thank you for chatting. First time chatting. He didn't play Hamlet on the street. He was just begging about it. Playing Hamlet at 14 later. I'm the dev about to go to sleep. Oh my god. Hey, thanks for dropping in, at least for a little bit. Really appreciate that. That's cool. I'm really liking the game so far.
No, indeed. I remember my last performance quite vividly. The titters and leering glances from the guests linger ever in the back of my mind.
Oh, that's a shame.
And fool that I was, I played my part still. I should have plunged mine arrows into that fool Flopbot's chest instead of shaming myself.
Oh, man. Okay, let's see. A fool, that's labeling. Well, we don't have a should statement here. Yay, lots of fun surprises ahead. Oh, cool. And you'll check the VOD? Oh my god. I'm honored, thank you. Let's see. I'll warn you right now. I'm still not very good at choosing the right thing, but I'm trying. I'm gonna say labeling. I think blaming himself, calling himself a fool for playing this part and getting off the streets isn't kind to himself.
You were a fool for playing your part? What choice did you have, Eddie?
There you go. I got it. Boom.
It is simple logic. Only a fool plays the fool repeatedly. Many a bottom have I known that never played the Dane, preferring the comfort of a familiar role.
Well, Eddie, it's a little reductive to say that everyone who plays the fool is a bottom. There ain't nothing wrong with letting your partner take the lead.
Oh, ye plebeian, I speak of Nick Bottom, from the bard's journey through whimsy that is a Midsummer Night's Dream.
Wait. So I was just laughing because modern interpretation, but was he using the modern interpretation of bottom? I thought that was just me being stupid, but you never know what tidbits Sam picks up from the current year.
Yeah. So, though, if you call yourself a fool, you're doing the same kind of typecasting, ain't you?
Oh my god, Sam. He was using the modern version for sure. Admission right here.
I suppose so. Regardless, I did not suffer the indignity for long. I swore that night to never be a puppet again. I stole away and gave myself to the mercy of Poseidon. The bargain was struck, and he swallowed up my hated swaddling clothes and wings.
Does that mean is he saying he literally went to the ocean and just his Cupid outfit, and the ocean swept the clothes off of him and he's like, I'm free? The music changed for a second? Oh man, I didn't notice it. I'll have to check later.
In desperation, I signed on with a mercantile shipping agency. I thought perhaps that my body would bend more than my soul.
Oh, interesting.
But oh, did I toil! Life upon the sea is most cruel. Biting winds did carve my visage. Low words hardened my heart, and heavy weights left me bent. By the time I had fulfilled my bargain with the Lord of the Sea, I had become an older man, my efforts etched into every crease on my face.
So he stopped acting for quite some time. I wonder when he went back on the scene.
Dang, sounds intense. How long were you at this job?
Wait. Okay, this line makes me think he was only there for a year.
An age, a life, 6 months, each one a hungry leech torn from my bleeding body.
You could not hear it, but I slapped my forehead. I said a year. It wasn't even a year. It was half a year. God. I was wrong. I was too generous.
I am convinced this gauntlet was prepared for me alone. For ne'er in history has one so blessed by grace been subjected to such toil.
I'm gonna say this personalization.
Eddie, I gotta stop you there. It's gonna be a lot easier to accept your truth when you realize you ain't alone in your suffering. Hell, there ain't nothing more human than suffering. And historically, kids ain't had it so good.
So good.
But none suffered as I suffered. A boy such as I was not meant for such misery.
No one suffers as much as me, and yes, I'm including starving kids. That was a quote from Bob's Burgers, I'm pretty sure. Gene says this. So don't even ask.
Compadre, I had my first kill and no home at 12 years old. My brother had a stutter his whole life on account of the regular beatings my stepdaddy gave him.
Oh no.
Maybe your suffering felt like the only suffering in the world, but it wasn't. And it'll hurt less when you realize you weren't alone.
Share the pain.
But keep telling me your story. I already know there ain't nobody like you in the world, so don't worry on that account.
That's very nice and reassuring of him right there.
Now then, at last, we close the circle, as nature ever demands. I return to London, and into the graces of my dear Uncle Moses and his comely mistress, Charlotte. 'Twas she who filled my dramaturgical quiver with dire arrows, fletched by the bard himself. And when my deft fingers plucked the bow of humanity, at last I was free.
He sounds so raw when he talked about his family. Yeah, he does.
Huh?
Yeah, me too. Huh?
I cannot speak more plainly. The good woman taught me the works of Shakespeare, and armed with this knowledge, I conquered the stage and saved myself from toil.
Okay, so he's back on the proverbial horse. Horse, as it seems.
Oh, well, right.
And so, you see, the die was cast from the moment I was born. The stage was made for me, and it was my skill upon it that saved me from the streets, and saved me once again from a life at sea.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's personalization again.
Eddie, my man, I got some good news and bad news for you. The truth of the matter is, fate doesn't give a stable full of horse shit about you. Ain't none of us are that special. The world ain't waiting for us to show up. It's just gonna keep turning.
Perhaps you are right, my dear boy. You are correct. My success was not because of the fates, but in spite of them.
Focus, Edmund. Focus. Focus up.
The fates said, Edmund, you are a child of the slums. But I shamed the immortal hags in my own manner. The stage roused my spirit. Thus I knew my destiny lay upon it.
It looks like there's something I don't have here that's being used.
I can see why acting means so much to you, Eddie. I probably feel damn near the same about the things that got me out of my bad days.
Thank you. Then you understand how my alienation from the theater does pain me so. And yet, the cure is as deadly as the illness. These damnable critics! Not a single lifetime among them, and they deign to challenge my interpretation of the written word.
Was he ever good? I really don't know, because like his first role was when he was a baby, and then he got like hired by some guy to do Cupid as a young boy, and then he learns Shakespeare, and not really sure about the different kinds of work he did then. I'm beginning to think he wasn't that good. You know, I've got a suspicion too.
They simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
Oh, he's getting a little angry. Okay, they cannot relate to my singular experience. Also feels like personalization. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles. I might say it could also be disqualifying the positive here, or it could be, I mean, this also sounds very extreme, so it could be Nosferatu thinking. And you think it's overgeneralization? Let me think. I'm gonna try this one first, my first thought, and we'll see. It is probably wrong.
Well,
got it, nice.
You're not on stage doing vampire plays. You're portraying the whole human experience. If you want your audience to respect you, you gotta respect your audience. They might not have lived a long time, but they're still human.
Scarcely. Critics are but an aftermath of creation. But as you say, they are humans, and for certain they do bleed.
The afterbirth. Dang.
So keep that in mind, and you might find your job easier. I took a look at your Wikipedia entry last night, Eddie. Maybe you've had a few bad critics here and there, but history says you're a legend, and your work speaks for itself.
Okay, Wikipedia. Wait, did he edit his Wikipedia page? I would not put it past him. Are you good? I don't know. Let me look at your profile again. Oh, come here. Book. Clients. Let me see what it says about him again. Highly influential Shakespearean stage actor, credited with more personal interpretations of character, tumultuous life on stage dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. Okay. I mean, supposedly, yes, he did good. None of his backstory currently tells me that he did, though. I feel like he's going to take the thing about them bleeding to mean, oh, so murdering them is a good plan.
Hell, you were around before film was ever a thing, and people still remember you.
That's good.
Ah, your words warm me, as an ersatz son for the one we have forsaken. With thy help shall I gird my soul mayhap, and grace the stage once more.
Well, let's talk about that then. What's the biggest thing stopping you from getting back up on that stage right now?
Is it because you keep killing people who disagree with you? Because that would be my first guess.
That it all simply might not be worth it. Why should I bear my damned soul when the audience hath not the sight to see it?
Maybe I can ask you a question then. What if there were no audience?
No audience? Do you know what a stage is, sir? It is a platform where life in brief may be portrayed. It is a platform because it is separate from the audience.
That seems like a factor, the murder thing at least. I would put that in one of the reasons. Maybe put that up there.
Without such, the stage ceases to be a stage.
Tell that to all the VTubers who perform with an empty Twitch audience. But you guys are here tonight, so that makes me happy.
As in, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
He's got it. He's got what he's saying.
Simply but elegantly put, my dear boy. Without the audience, the stage loses all meaning, like a monarch without a kingdom.
Long mood. I know, we all know it. Okay. Without the audience loses... I think this could be Nosferatu thinking.
Just a minute there, partner. You're saying that the stage is nothing without the audience. But I gotta ask you, where does the acting come from?
But from simple tongues, the purest of queries, narrow in breadth, but as deep as the sea. The source of acting is everything, my boy. The beating of every heart, the cry of every child, the fluttering of a butterfly's wings.
Wow.
The roots of acting are intertwined with those of life itself.
So does acting come from the audience or from everything?
Oh, interesting. God, I'm so tired, but the guac is done. Go enjoy your guac. Oh, honestly, part of the reason I popped in was because of how small and chill this seemed to be. Very happy to be part of the audience. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's, would I call it chill? I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things I'm, like, excited about. But there's no big stakes, right? I think that's what makes it good. I like playing this game. I was just talking about this to Mordio earlier. Like, I don't have to think too much in this game, but I get to enjoy it. I think that's a really nice thing about the visual novels in general. Obviously, I'm thinking a lot when it comes to these things, but, you know, it doesn't penalize me, really. So that's good.
My dear boy, you prove yet again, as the bard oft did, that 'tis the fool who sees the truth as it is. I bow to your simple wisdom.
Every time he compliments me, I don't feel good about it.
Thanks, I guess. Let's figure out how we can bring it back to acting. Forget the audience. I know we can't see in mirrors and all, but what do you think of filming yourself?
Make short form videos on YouTube and the audience will come to you. You'd hope. That's what we're hoping.
Brilliant notion. Yes. I shall
Yes!
become my own audience. I shall bring myself to rapture. Forsooth, if I cannot pleasure myself, whom can I pleasure?
You guys were thinking what I'm thinking, right?
We're still talking about acting, right?
Okay, thank God, Sam. At least Sam is thinking what I'm thinking.
Oh, my dear boy, the pleasures of the flesh are secondary to one who knows character above all else. Indeed, we speak of the noble art. I shall do as you suggest. If there is one on this lonely orb that can inspire an artist such as I, it is myself.
Okay, despite everything that was said here, the idea is still very good, right? Make art for yourselves, you know? It's great to make art for others too, of course, but if you're not enjoying the experience yourself, if you're not indulging in it, in the hobby, you do a hobby because you like it, right? I think this is a good step for him. I think that's great advice. Do the YouTube thing and hopefully the audience comes to you, you know?
I ain't sure I'd put it exactly that way, but I think you're touching on the thing we've been talking about. The motivation's got to come from you, amigo.
We are of one mind, dear boy. Perhaps I left my muse in the mortal realm, but I shall find him once more. Not only for myself, but also for my public.
I feel like he could end up going into sort of a spiral of getting higher up on his already high horse. That horse is so freaking tall. God, look at it from... That's a tall horse he's on right now. Yeah, it definitely could be for him.
Yea, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as moths to a flame, each a silent plea for the return of the one true artisan of the stage.
Okay, let's see. They plea for the return of the one true artisan of the stage. Moths to a flame labeling. Perhaps overgeneralization works here too. I gotta read it again. I can't hold anything in my mind. Overgeneralization. Take one or two experiences and assume future experience will always be the same. We know what we experience, but it's a distortion to think our experiences represent a pattern or the whole of something. Perhaps. I feel like he edited that shit himself. I know, that it does feel like that. Yeah, that's true. It could be Nosferatu thinking it, the way he's making it so much about himself. Let me see. Let me try overgeneralization first. Oh, it was not
Edmund
right.
sees his individual qualities as spurring others into action. Does he assume too much about himself?
Probably.
Yea, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as moths to a flame, each a silent plea for the return of the one true artisan.
Oh, well, I
of
guess
the
he's
stage.
saying he's the one true artisan. Maybe he's labeling himself, and that's not good. No.
Edmund sees his individual qualities.
He does,
Yea,
in
the
fact.
masses flock to my Wikipedia. Edmund sees his.
Ah, there we go.
Horses there, fella. You're reading a little too much into the whole Wikipedia thing. There's 1.5 million reasons why people might be looking you up.
The horsepower went off. I want them to talk about the horsepower. I want to know what that's about. He talks about his horse thing earlier. First client. Something about Crimson. Nah, never mind. Whatever. Give us lore!
I mean, I hear tell the biggest Wikipedia page out there is the
Hey,
one for that,
mods, kill that!
got all them mortals.
Kill
all
it!
locked up. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that coming back.
Mordio, kill him! Thank you. Ew, a bug. Hold on a sec. There we go.
And thus dost thou scuttle a burgeoning friendship with the cannons of enmity. Why must you challenge me so?
Why won't you agree with everything I'm saying?
That's my job, compadre. Ain't we had some good breakthroughs today? We couldn't have gotten there if I'd been busy agreeing with everything you said.
Oh, very well. But I still say you are most vexatious.
Most vexatious.
I've been called worse. I think we got some homework for you, though, right? You're gonna film yourself and do some acting for its own sake.
How many times has he said this? Many times. How do I get rid of this? Okay, there we go.
We'll check back in a few weeks. But Eddie, I think you're doing great. We made a lot of progress today.
Naturally. The human condition is my oeuvre. Nevertheless, you have been a competent guide. You have reminded me of what is most important in unlife. Me.
Oh no. So yes, that like you should derive pleasure from doing things yourself, but we're just inflating that ego of his. It's impossible not to. I think you breathe and it inflates his ego. You hate him. We've decided how we feel about him.
I should like to give you a gift.
Oh? Is it like a business card?
Oh, come on. You don't need to do nothing like that.
Sam, it's not gonna be a good gift.
Nonsense. It is meaningless to me, but it is beyond price for you. It is my headshot, signed with my autograph.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is this not just the photo that he submitted for the client stuff, right? Oh, what the hell? Do you see the book? That was weird. Let me see. I gotta see. It's definitely that, right? Yeah, it's just this. It's just this. I knew it! I fucking knew it!
Thanks, Eddie.
Thanks. An autograph. Thanks.
Cherish it always. If you help me to find my muse, then it is a gift even more precious. And I will find it ere we next meet. Of that, I promise you.
Well, let's not put the pressure on, amigo. Just enjoy some acting. That's all I'm asking for. I'll see you in a few weeks then, okay?
Verily, so it shall be. Godspeed then, boy. Thou shalt witness me new and on. Farewell.
Farewell.
A job well done, Samuel. I was particularly impressed at the way you challenged Edmund on what acting means to him.
At least he didn't try to gaslight us this time. To quote Dipper Pines, thanks! This is worthless! Very, very appropriate quote.
Yeah, he's a weird fella, but I think he's gonna do okay.
Okay, so that was our... I'll finish up this night, and then we'll call it for tonight.
It can be hard for our kind to retain our intrinsic motivation. Something must keep him going. I do hope that he will find his.
I think... Did he not say him here?
But you, Samuel, must rest. The work you have done in these past 2 months deserves to be celebrated. So do not linger here in this dusty room.
Time to drink. Celebrate with some drinks.
Perhaps you can even be encouraged to dance.
Oh, yes! We've been trying to get him to dance. He has something about dancing.
I think I'm gonna need a lot more therapy myself to get to that point.
What? Are you traumatized by dancing somehow? I need to know.
Very well, Samuel. Then let us at least make sure you get well nourished.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate his smile. Everybody look. Alright, very good.
Find a friendly neck downstairs, my friend. You deserve it. And rest in peace.
Why does he not like dancing? I have no idea.
Well, they say don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, but maybe don't let them be actors either.
I never heard that saying.
Well, time to dish with Crimson a little. I gotta talk to some more folks, though. Andy's mainly my teacher, so I'm starting to feel like Crimson's my only friend. Hey, only friend.
Oh, he just straight up said that. Okay. How would you feel if someone greeted you, "Hi, only friend"? That would be terrifying. Sir.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what?
What? Oh, yeah, Crimson. Hey, Crimson.
Wait, were your... Was that not a joke? Was your... Did your inside thoughts become outside thoughts? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You'd feel sad for them? Yeah. I'd feel sad and also like... I think, like, to be completely honest, that might actually turn me off. Like, not saying that's a good thing, but oof, it's a lot of pressure.
Are you blushing, vampire?
I don't know.
No, that ain't possible.
It's all right. It's nice to hear from a vampire who's younger than Jesus.
I don't know. That's a weird bar.
Now, let's hear how this week went before you go out there and find friend number 2.
Yeah, go find some friends.
All right, real quick. This client of mine, he had a real bad time as a kid. Well, worse than I did, it sounds like.
I don't know about that, Sam. I mean, he might feel that way, but...
But he found fame early, and now he's talking about fate and how he's destined for greatness again.
Met plenty of destined for greatness folk in D.C. I lost patience for it. How do you think you handled him?
I think I only said poorly one time. I think it was okay.
I learned my lessons from the last session. He didn't threaten to jump off a cliff this time or anything.
Oh yeah, that last time he like threatened to off himself a couple of times, which was not fun.
I gave him an assignment to film himself doing something he loves doing. He seemed excited about that.
You're either brave or adorable, Sam Walls.
What does that mean?
There's nothing brave about it. As for adorable, well, some have used words to that effect before.
That is cute though. It's like, yeah, I have been called adorable a couple of times and I won't deny it.
Okay, now I know you're confident enough to get out there. Giddy up.
Yeah, go dance.
Here we go. Right to the edge of the dance floor, but not on it. Don't want anyone getting any funny ideas.
Oh, we haven't seen this background card before.
Once more alone, I see.
Penoptibella, the person who very kindly explained her very her name. Anyway,
You scared the shit out of me.
you scared the shit out of me. Girl, hi! She's also cute. I really like her design. I like her outfit.
But you can't shit. You're a vampire.
Yeah, it's true.
Know that I see much, vampire, and that I like what I see.
In what way?
Oh, it's her again. Well, I was hoping to find a mortal friend, or at least a willing Nick.
Is this the first time I'm hearing his inside thoughts in that sort of, what's it called? That voice effect? It's pretty funny.
Now, what do mortals of this time talk about?
The weather, I think. That's like tried and true. Oh, see? Be awkward about the weather. Yeah, I'll do that one because that was my first thought.
Whew, cold this week, ain't it?
Can they feel that way? Or is she gonna say something like, you're always cold, you're a vampire?
But you're always cold because you are dead.
Called it.
That's right. I'm dead. I'm a dead man, as I like to say.
Oh no, Sam. Oh no, Sam. The title of the stream was I Can't Tell My Clients Are Cringe, but also I am cringe. Sam is cringe. Poor guy.
I see.
You see a lot, don't you?
Why don't you tell me what you see?
I see an interesting mortal. Someone observant. Someone who isn't afraid to have their own style.
That is what you observe. It is not what you see.
That's true. Semantics here.
Oh, fine. You tell me what I see.
You see the long vein across my throat. It looks very juicy, doesn't it?
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Well, now that you mention it, it does.
Oh, I somehow did very badly on the last time we did the mini game.
Then consent is given. Do not hesitate, vampire.
Why was I so bad at this last time? Hold on.
Shucks, that was something else. You got good circulation there.
Sounds like something a nurse would say, except for the slurps noisily coming out.
I see. And what do I taste like?
Kinda earthy. You could use some iron. What do you eat most often?
You can use some iron. Is she like a vegetarian or something? He's gonna tell her to eat more like red meat.
I eat a lot of carrots. They're supposed to be good for one's eyesight, and I like to see.
That was a myth told during the war.
I see now that you are tired and wish to enter your state of torpor.
Man, he drinks and then immediately wants to go to sleep. It feels like a stereotype of something else.
Well, maybe I'll see myself out then.
Ah, he's got jokes.
That's offensive.
Oh.
I'm going to leave now.
Oh no. No, my second friend!
Shoot, was it something I said? Well, at least I got a full belly. And now, time for some shut-eye.
I read that as slut eye. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna stop here.
Good evening, son. I believe
Save.
you are seeing the Ancient One tonight, aren't you?
Alright. Let's exit. Awesome. Okay. Woo! That was good. That was good. I really liked talking to the Senora today. I felt like she made really good progress. It was nice coming when we last time it was kind of really intense, but then I feel like we really made a breakthrough with her, so that was good. Lockpick in Discord? Okay, I gotta check that out later. And this one, you know, it wasn't as bad as last time, but wow, that guy's, you know, he's a little tough. He's a little obnoxious, but, you know, we're going to deal with it. So, tomorrow, we are doing an extra long Final Fantasy stream, Mordio and I. We are going to start at 8. It's only half an hour earlier, but we are going to try to go as long as we possibly can. And I'm going to finally get tacos. I'm going to have my long-awaited Taco Bell. We're going to eat it to refuel our gamer energy, and it's going to be great. And then next week, well, I'll talk more about it tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna end off strong with a very long gamer Friday. I hope to see you there, and thank you so much for joining here. This is it's not my Discord, it's Amash's Discord, so you'll have to ask her. But thank you. You like our channel. That's really great. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you stopped by. It was really great getting to talk to you guys. All the links are here in the social. Oh wait, is that not what I put as the tag? What is the tag? Where's Nightbot? Nightbot. Well, you see it earlier in the chat, so there's stuff there. Sorry, I don't know, Nightbot's not working right now, but you can see, if you scroll up a bit, Nightbot will tell you about our VODs. And I'll be playing Vampire Therapist. I'll be continuing this Thursday. I'll think about getting a Discord of my own at some point, but right now I'm just kind of focused on doing the streaming part of it. If we get a little bigger this channel, I think it'd be a good idea to have our own Discord as well. But anyway, again, thank you so much for coming. It was really cool that one of the devs came to the stream. That was a nice surprise. So yeah, check out our VODs, follow our Twitters. I always post when I'm about to go live, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye! Bye-bye!